Welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you guys some trades that I'm currently in for this prop firm evaluation so you guys can see how I trade, how I pass prop firms consistently. So I'll break down these two trades that I'm in right now, one on Euro dollar, one on Bitcoin here. So let's talk about the exact trade setup and what the rules are for my strategy. My most recent video I made was all about my strategy, so definitely watch that. But let's just go in and show you with these specific trades that I'm actually in so you can see how it looks in real time, where my entries were taken, why I placed my profit target where I placed it, why my stop loss was where it's placed it, why I moved my stop loss to break even, and all the rules for the strategy that got me into these trades. So hopefully this helps you guys learn how I trade, and then you can kind of maybe take some ideas away from it or try it out for yourself perhaps, but that's up to you. But anyway, do want to give a shout out to this awesome prop firm because Rebels Funding has been the best prop firm that I've been able to find ever. So the rules for these guys are phenomenal. There's no time limit to pass their challenges, and they don't do any sort of predatory rules that you might not expect that are designed to make you fail. So without having a time limit to pass, being allowed to hold trades over the weekend, being allowed to trade anything from crypto to Forex to commodities to indices to stocks, any market that you could want to trade, they've got it. So really great prop firm. I have an affiliate link with them in the description. I'll put it in a pinned comment as well if you guys want to check them out. Their challenges are the cheapest in the industry by far as well. So really a big fan. There's a discount code Rebel10. I'll also put that down if you're interested in checking out one of their evaluations. I'm currently on phase 2 for this particular one that I was just showing you, but let's break down these trade setups starting with the one on Euro dollar. Okay, so just to show you the entry again, here's the actual entry on this wick down here. Is where it was taken. Stop loss is already at break even. I'll show you where it was originally placed, and then here's the profit target all the way up here. And so profit target seems a bit random until you zoom out a little, and we'll talk about that. See this untapped high over here? That's going to be the profit target. We'll talk about that. Let's get onto this chart and mark it up, show you all the criteria for this strategy that I have been using for years. So first things first with this strategy is we need to know what the trend direction is, what's the market structure. So let's talk about this market structure first so we know which direction to be looking for a trade in. And so what happened? Well, we came up here and broke this high, which put us into bullish market structure. From that point on, I'm looking for a pullback that gives us a discount. So what's a discount? It's a retracement that goes 50% or more of the move up. So this was the move down that retraced 50% or more, and it actually went down to the 61.8% retracement level there and wicked through it. So two pieces of criteria being met there. So we have the direction based on the market structure. So that is bullish market structure, looking for a long. We have a discount pullback below the 0.5 level, so 50% retracement or greater. And now the other criteria is going to be based around divergence. So need to have a divergence, either regular or hidden divergence, and we've got our hidden divergence right here. Notice how lower low on our indicator, this is a stochastic RSI, just the stochastic K. Lower low on indicator, higher low on price, that's our hidden bullish divergence, so that's good, that's checked off. We also got a full reset on our indicator here, so that means that we went oversold, overbought, back to oversold while making a higher low. Okay, so that's a full reset with a hidden bull divergence. So that's the criteria being met for those two pieces. Another bonus here is a sweep on a low. So a sweep on an untapped low, that occurred right here when we wicked down below this untapped low here. So that's the sweep on an untapped low. That's not an absolute requirement for my strategy, but I like to see it. And then we got a swing failure off that level, which was also the 618 and right on that same area. Okay, so let's go in. Got that swing failure on this candle that wicked through the 618 and then also took out that low. We're at the discount area below the 0.5. So everything's there. We got our divergence and everything. And so I'm interested in longing that one, which I did on that swing failure there. So we put in that swing failure, meaning we wicked it and then closed back above it. And so once that was happening, I entered into a market long. And so let's talk about the target. The target is always going to be an untapped level, the next untapped high. So I'll have to look left, of course. And so the most significant untapped high that I'm expecting will gravitate towards, it's one over here, okay? So that's why that profit target is placed where it's placed, up here. All right, and so the original stop loss placement, let's put it in here before I moved break even. So the setup looked like this with a 1 to 3.5 risk to reward. There it is. So that's the original setup right there. There's the entry. And once we got that big bounce right off the bat, I went stop loss to break even. So at this point, it just doesn't really matter. You know, if it comes down and stops me out at break even, it is what it is. If we go up, then I benefit. So we'll see what happens with this particular setup. Now, that is the full setup right there for the euro dollar trade. And as you can see, it's just as I outlined in my previous video, my most recent one uploaded before this video. Watch that where I break down my strategy and how I use it with some examples. So here, let's go to the Bitcoin trade now. We'll break this down. So you can see the entry here, just so you guys know, here's the entry, here's the profit target, and you can see profit target is next untapped high over here. So let's go over to the charts over here and talk about this setup, why it meets all the criteria with my strategy, right? So we need to have market structure first. And so we have that here. Notice we broke this high, right, on close. This is a 4-hour time frame. We broke that high on close. And so we're in bullish market structure, and this is the low of the market structure that needs to hold on close in order to maintain bull market structure, right? So our discount pullback, let's talk about that as well. Do we have our discount pullback? There it is, at least to the 0.5. Actually, we came all the way down to the 786 and below it, worked through it down there. So that's great. We got our discount pullback. We got our bullish structure. We want to be a buyer if this is the case. And so we also got our reset. Notice we went oversold, overbought, back to oversold. There's our reset there. Now let's go down and we're going to go to the hourly, talk about our divergences. So here we got, as we came down here, we got our regular bull divergence right here. So higher low on indicator, lower low on price, regular bullish divergence. We also got a hidden bullish divergence here. Lower on indicator, higher low on price. So hidden bullish divergence and regular bullish divergence on this pullback at a discount in the context of bullish market structure. And now we're bouncing, right? But how did I get my entry trigger? Well, the entry trigger was off this swing failure down here. So notice these lows right here, these two. There were two untapped lows right here. This particular candle swept those lows with a wick, then reclaimed it with a swing failure, came back up, and that was the entry trigger. So let's take a look on the 1 hour time frame here with my actual entry. Notice how we have that swing failure here, and once we got that swing on those lows, started coming back up, took my market entry there, and placed my profit target at the next untapped high, which we can look at right here around 65,000. And the initial setup was a 1 to 2.25 risk to reward ratio. So as I've said with my strategy, it needs to be a positive risk to reward ratio, ideally around 1 to 2 or better. And so there was the setup, which put my stop with some wiggle room below the market structure that needs to hold. This low right here needs to hold on close. And so I even had some wiggle room there. I could have gone even closer with a better risk to reward ratio, but I was thinking that, just based on how I was thinking about this was, ooh, maybe we come down a little bit lower and sweep that low before we go up. And I wasn't all that confident in the setup, but I still took it because it was there. So that is what it is. I always take the setup, even if I don't particularly feel good about it. It's still there. The setup's there, and I know that the strategy performs well over a series of many trades, so I take it. And so those are the two setups. Hopefully I broke down all the necessary aspects for you guys. If you want some more examples, watch my previous video that I uploaded about how I pass prop firm evaluations. This is phase 2 right now of this particular prop firm challenge. I already passed phase 1. It took about 30 days. And note, I'm only risking 0.1 to 0.3% per trade. So sure thing, I could pass these in a very short amount of time if I risked 1% per trade, or even 0.5, 0.75% per trade, but I'm not really into risking a lot per trade. And since they give me unlimited time to pass the challenge, there's no reason I need to risk a lot or pass it quickly. So I just risk what I normally risk, which is a very small amount, and the gains are still much, much greater. If we think about that, a 30-day challenge passed at 5% while only risking 0.2% per trade on average. 5% times 12, that's 60% per year, which is outstanding. So don't need to risk a lot to make a good return. Okay, so that is what I do. That's how I trade. And so it's just the same thing I've always been doing, trading with the trend, waiting for a discount pullback, using regular and hidden divergence, multi-time frame analysis. It's always the same thing. And so this is what works for me. It doesn't mean it's what works for you. It will work if you follow the rules, but what I mean by that is it may not be what you enjoy trading. Maybe you prefer a different style, but you can always try it out and do your own due diligence. But anyway, that's it for this one. Make sure to check out Rebels Funding with my affiliate link if you want to check them out. Really, really great job by Rebels Funding for just being so much better than all the other prop firms out there in almost every way. Probably the only thing that I could say that they could improve is the actual trading platform itself. Maybe go MT5, MT4, but this is fine. This is super simple. It's actually probably more user-friendly for people who don't know how to use MT5 and MT4, but those people aren't really going to be great traders anyway yet. So you don't need to simplify your platform if you're catering for traders who are already profitable, who clearly have done plenty of time on MT4 and MT5. So I would just recommend to Rebels Funding, if they were listening, to just maybe allow traders to go MT4, MT5, because they do make you use their in-house platform, which, it's fine. It's just a little, if the internet's not perfect, maybe it can have a slight lag, or just it logs out sometimes. It's just not perfect, the platform. That's the only complaint that I could have about these guys, but everything else they're doing is absolutely incredible. So top-notch prop firm. Highly recommend these guys. Check out my affiliate link with discount code REBEL10, and thanks for watching.